What is up, guys? I've been experimenting with some Expresso comps, trying to find the best Expresso comps out there. And I've landed on these two comps. Basically, it's Expresso, Eclair, and Financier, and Expresso and Seaferry. And the great thing is, when you're using Financier, Financier protects and boosts the attack power of the highest cookie attack, right? So Expresso is gonna have the highest attack on your team. So Expresso is gonna get that extra protection from Financier, help Expresso live longer and do more damage to the other team. So let's take a look at the toppings here. I'm running just full damage resist on both my tanks. On my Eclair, I'm running full cooldown, try to get that damage resist as high as possible. Expresso, I'm going full attack, try to get that damage resist as high as possible, because Expresso is a little bit squishy, but you want to go full attack for that massive damage. And then Cotton, I got full cooldown with decent damage resist, over 24% on cooldown and damage resist, right? Super important. In my other build, I'll just show you Seaferry. Seaferry, I actually run the 4 attack, 1 cooldown with the cooldown over 11.8%, and then try to get as much damage resist as you can on Seaferry. Alright, so let's get into a few matches. Alright, I got a fresh set of teams here. Here's a Summoners comp. So we're gonna run Financier, we're gonna run Expresso, Eclair. You're gonna see when Financier uses the ability, all those buffs go to Expresso Cookie. So I'm gonna expect pretty decent damage here because, you know, the Summoners comp creates so many extra targets to hit that you can just do absolutely massive damage. I also like this pairing Expresso with Eclair because Eclair has a weakness that gets put on the opposing cookies and allows your Expresso to do even that much more damage. Let's look at the stats here. So 10 million from Expresso. Alright, this one's 3100, not bad. They do have a Ascended Wildberry Cookie. So I was going to say, if you want a replacement for Cotton, you can use Parfait. Parfait has a little bit more life, is able to survive a little bit longer, right? So if your Cotton keeps getting killed, use Parfait instead. Also, if you want to go full damage resist on Eclair, so Eclair doesn't use the feather, that's fine. That's a perfectly good route to go with Eclair. Go full cooldown if you can get good damage resist. Otherwise, go full damage resist on Eclair. That's fine. And then if you're running Eclair and you're running Parfait, then the only one that should be using the feather is Expresso Cookie. Alright, got that win. Wasn't that bad. 2.2 million. Alright, we're going to try it out against a single tank comp. They're running Wildberry up front. So what kind of comp is this? Okay, Seaferry and Frost Queen. This comp is actually hard to beat because there are so many stuns that they really kind of throw off your timing for Eclair and Expresso. Who's going to get the feather on my team? I'm going to guess it's going to be Eclair that gets the feather first. Alright, looks like no one's actually going to use the feather. Got this win. I'll take it. I'm really loving this comp so far. I'm going to show you the Seaferry comp next. 6.6 million. Alright, I'm going to run this against the standard comp. I'm going to use Seaferry this time.
Prepare to face the consequences.
So, you know, use Seaferry if Seaferry's upgraded more than your Eclair. If Seaferry has a better set of top-ends than your Eclair, go for it with Seaferry. This comp does really well as well. I tried using size instead of feather, but the problem is Expresso is a little bit squishy, so that didn't work out that well. A lot of times my Expresso would die early and then I had no damage, right, output. So the feather is the way to go. But I will say, some fights where I had the scythe, I wiped out their teams fast, even before the 1 minute mark. So it really kind of just depends on who you're fighting. If you're fighting like a Summoners comp, go scythe, and you'll wipe them out even faster because Summoners comp's not doing that much damage to your Expresso. Alright, look at that. Seaferry did almost as much damage as my Expresso that fight. Alright, 4,200 trophies. They got some Ascended Wildberry, Ascended Financier. I'm a little bit worried because this team does have Palm, so this team's going to hit hard. The question is, will my team survive? This is where a full damage resist Eclair would be a little bit better against Pomegranate. Oh, and they're running Pomegranate, Vamp, and Expresso. This is a massive damage dealer team, and they're going for my Cotton. My Cotton's going to get wiped out fast from that Vamp attack. Let's see who's going to win. I need to just make it to that under minute mark and then do some massive damage. No! They took out my Expresso. They beat me to the punch. Alright, I'm taking a look at this lineup. Check it out. Vamp, Pom, Expresso. That's fun. I gotta see what level they have Vamp at here. 70. Ascended once. Okay. Vamp and Expresso. I tried that. I tried Vamp and Expresso earlier, and it was pretty nice because Vamp does have that ability to take out the healer, right? And once the other team loses their healer, it's game over. But I did not try with Pomegranate. I'm impressed. I might have to experiment with this team. Thanks for checking out this video. That's my favorite version of Expresso right now. Expresso, Eclair, Financier. It works against most teams. It's very, very well rounded. I'm definitely gonna try out this Pomegranate team though, and if it works, I'll make a video on it. All right, later.